Joining us now is a family, and it's all about greatness speaking up. It's really wonderful to have them here. Super excited. They represent Qiky Kidz, and that's Qiky and then Kidz. Qiky Kidz. We have LaRon, we have Sharmeika, and we have Miss Anna Louise. Yes. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, so exciting. So what I was fascinated by is that Sharmeika, you happen to be one of how many children?
12.
One of 12.
Yes.
And you're lucky number 7.
Yes, I'm lucky number 7.
Okay,
Yes.
but you also said something about yourself that was a little like not kind about yourself. What did you say? You were the what?
No, I really truly believe I'm the black sheep of the family.
Now, why is that?
But why is that?
Okay.
I always felt like I was just different. I was just different between the other children. We've been around my siblings all my life.
Okay.
But I'm definitely the black sheep of the family.
You are?
Yes.
Okay, were you the naughtiest one? Were you always in trouble?
I'm the loud mouth. My mother and them will say, "Shut up, Sharmeika, you always too loud. You were laughing, you this and that." You know what I'm saying? But it's the funny part about it is, now that I'm an adult,
yes,
people love my voice. I'm loud. They want me on the mic. I get people cheering. So the same thing that I was punished by saying shut up, everybody loved my voice.
There you
everybody
go.
loved my giggling and making people laugh. So I think of it now as a blessing. So at that time it was a curse. It's a blessing now.
Yes, and now you've made your mom proud.
Yes.
And there's nothing better than making your mother proud,
That's
right?
it.
And LaRon, I know that you're married to one another, correct?
Yes.
So Mr. Boyd, tell us about your involvement with this wonderful brand.
Well, we started this a few years back and during the pandemic, and my wife came to me with an idea. So as a husband, I supported her right away. I said, "Hun, do what you got to do. We'll pray on it, and we'll go from there."
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And we just basically started rolling from day one.
And so it's quality in keeping your kids in the zone.
In the zone. It's
Yeah.
quality
Right.
in keeping your kids in the zone. We don't want children to rush to grow up. Enjoy life as a child. We didn't get that drilled into us when we was younger. But the generation now,
Right.
they've grown up too fast.
Okay.
We need them to slow down. Just be a child. You know, so when Mr. Nosy, right here, our character, Mr. Nosy, my husband drew that when he was 10 years old.
You did?
Yes, but it was, we had to clean it up.
Wow, yeah.
But what happened was, he brought it to me when I had started writing the books. He was like, "Look, I drew this when I was little." I said, "You know what? Put it into what we're doing."
Beautiful.
And then I said, he's like, "We got to name it." I said, his name is Mr. Nosy. Because
Right.
these children today are so nosy, and we want them to be nosy in a positive way.
Right.
So we just kept on going with it,
Yes.
So people love it, because we want children to be able to express themselves. So let them be nosy, let them be curious. But the whole point of them is, sit down, when they ask you a question, speak to them, give them the answers they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we were joking a little bit about your upbringing and whatever, but I know how much your mother means to you.
Yes.
I know that you love your mother.
Yes.
And what's not to love? So Anna Louise, Miss Anna Louise Davis, you are a family of greatness, and I mean that in all sense of the word.
Yeah.
So you have 12 children,
Yes.
48 grandchildren,
48 grands,
76
76 great
great
grands,
grands, and 7 great.
7 great grands.
Amazing.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. So did you, Miss Anna Louise, did you realize that you were going to have all this love, this big family? Is that something you always wanted?
No, because once I was adopted to a couple who had no children.
Okay.
I was the only one, but I was that little jewel. So they spoiled me rotten. And I got everything that I wanted, things I didn't need. And I was a little fast and bad because they whipped me, but very little and not enough. They were afraid they're gonna hurt me, so they let me just go astray in that way.
You felt a little spoiled.
And I grew up lonely.
Yeah.
So I grew up talking to myself or talking to the pets. I had dogs. The dogs would watch me when I was a baby. They would be in the field with the cotton and whatnot. And they would put a nice clean pallet there and put me on it under the tree. The dogs would sit there and nothing could come near me.
They protected you.
They protected me.
My goodness.
Even when I did something, or I was right, one joke I have to tell you. I was
Is it make it clean?
I was riding my tricycle one day.
Okay.
And I was playing with the dogs, and I said, come on, lady, catch me, catch me. And I looked back to see where lady was, accidentally ran into the garden fence, flipped over.
Oh no, you or the dog? You flipped over?
I flipped over the handlebar of the tricycle, and Mama ran and grabbed me to help me up. All the dogs ran around and grabbed her dress hair. They thought that she was going to hit me. Said, I hurt myself, but they were protecting me. They didn't want her to hit me.
Wow.
That's why she wanted to have so many children. She was lonely.
Yeah, so
So
you were
I
lonely.
was lonely. So
Yes.
now, once I started having the children, they fulfill that loneliness. And I had one for 7 years without any more. I was having miscarriages.
Okay.
But I got afraid at that point that if I didn't have more, I would be stuck with one child.
Okay.
Then after that, thank God, he started
You got a dozen.
giving me more.
You got a
And I
dozen.
went on through to the dozen.
You got a dozen.
Yes, I did.
You got a dozen.
And then they came like every 2 years, sometimes 11 months, 12 months.
Well, you know what? I do believe that everyone's journey is
Yes.
unique and special. And there's a
Yes.
reason that we all are here on the earth
Yes.
together. And you decided to become an author. So you
Yes.
wrote a couple of books.
Yes.
But what was really wonderful about the story when I was reading and researching is the fact that like a miracle happened in your family with your mother and her health and when it got published.
Yeah.
So let's talk about these books. So these stand for, once again, it's quality in keeping your kids in the
The
zone.
Zone. Yes, that's the Qiky Kidz. That's a company. That's the company that we're building. That's separate from my books. I'm author
Okay,
of the
yes.
books. So, really brief. During the pandemic, I was suffering from anxiety really, really bad, and the doctor told me I have to figure out a way to, calm myself, put my energy into something else. And my spirit said to me, "Calm down, Sharmeika." Just like that, you're gonna write children books. I didn't question nothing. I told my husband, I said, "Babe, my spirit of God said, I'm gonna write children books. Go get me some paper and a pen." He said, "Okay." He went to the store and I started writing. I left the world. My mind left the world. I didn't think about what Trump was doing, nothing. And then I ended up with 13 manuscripts.
My goodness.
Yes, and then I just started finding publishers and then illustrating the book, drawing the pictures, sending it to illustrators. Because, at that time, we couldn't leave the house.
Right.
So it's all internet stuff. And I ended up with my first
Congratulations.
book, Grandma Has a Mouse in Her House.
Yes.
And then the message in that book is to treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Yes, and since we're grandparents, a lot of this stuff is about learning. You spend time with your grandparents and your parents because we need to have a legacy of us. We're not just babysitters.
Right.
We are people that you want to remember us. So that's a lot about my book.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful. And so right when it was published, your mother wasn't feeling well, right? And
Yes. Oh my God.
you got to surprise her.
I was trying to surprise her. I had the manuscript, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna dedicate this book to my mom, and I'm gonna surprise her. My mother got real sick, very sick, and I went to the hospital. I always go to the hospital to see her, and then she was like, Sharmeika, and she was telling my other sister, she was like, I'm ready to go. I've been with y'all almost 50 years. You have to let me go. So I'm ready to die. I want to go home to God. I said, "Mom, we don't want you to." She said, "I'm going home to God." Go, and she told us where to get all her, what we can have and all of this stuff. So I said, "Okay, Mom, I'm going to read the book to you, Mom. I dedicated the book to you. I was going to be surprised. I'm going to read the book to you." And I read the book to her, right? And I felt so hurt in my heart, but I had to let my mother know that I dedicated to her just in case she'd go. So we left. We came back the next day.
Yeah.
My mother sitting up in the bed in the hospital talking about something. "Sharmeika, read that book about the mouse." My heart dropped. So I sat and I read the book. The other lady was in the other bed.
Right.
And I read the book and she was lit up.
Yeah.
And the other people in the bed was lit up. Another woman was in a room with her very sick and just enjoyed the story. And from that day to this day, my mom, this book to me brought her to life.
Beautiful.
And knowing that, and I told my mother, I said, "Ma, if you get better, I'm gonna get you on TV one day. I promise you. I'm gonna get you on TV."
You're gonna make me cry.
Yes.
Do not
And-
make me
yes.
cry. Do not.
Yeah. So when y'all called, I said, I don't want to do anything unless my mom could get on TV because everything she did for us, and even I was the black sheep of the family, and whatever I did to you, Ma, to hurt you when I was a child.
Yes.
You deserve everything, and that's why I'm here today. My book, everything,
you.
and everything we make from here, our company, the books, we help take care of my mother for the rest of her life.
Yes.
That's what we want to do. And when she get the book, I have to order her the new books so she can ride around and sign the books, and she keeps the money and everything. Everything is her. So she's the superstar. Superstar. Yeah.
Such a great family.
And I'm so happy that my books brought her back to life, because you had to see her. She said bye to me. She literally said bye.
I got on the phone and called friends and relatives and told them, okay, goodbye, I'll see you on the other side.
Yeah.
Wasn't your time
Because
yet.
I was willing to give up.
Oh, because they told her she'd do the dialysis.
No,
She
they
said
didn't
no.
tell me.
No,
I
they
took
asked her
it
to
on my
take it,
own.
and she said, I'm not doing it. I don't want no dialysis or anything. I just bye to us. And then the next, I read the book, and she was like, Sharmeika, read the mouse book. And that was it. And she wasn't sick no more from
A
there.
powerful book. That's enough testimony for me. Like, buy the book. Buy the book, right? Buy the book. It was sincerely a blessing to have all of you here. Thank you for sharing your journey, your life wisdom, your story of your family. I wish you all the best in all the work that you're doing. To all
you
your
so
siblings,
much.
to all of your greats, to all of your great-greats. I mean, may we all be blessed with that. Thank you. It was sincerely an honor and a pleasure to meet you. Thank you
God
so
bless you,
much.
too.
God bless you. And thank you for introducing me
Thank
to
you.
your mother.
Yes.
And the world to your mother.
Yes.
All right,
Anna
everyone.
Louise Davis.
Anna Louise Davis. All right. And that's a wrap. Be well, everybody. Happy journeys.